Okay, hi everybody. Um, I'm Comey, and I'm gonna be doing, I guess, a dynasty of perfect team drafts, and out of the park. Um, I don't know. It's a fun exercise, and so it's something I like to do. Like, to start the day. I think it's the fifth time to start the day, so I thought, why not do like a dynasty of it, and see what I learn along the way and hopefully have some fun and do all right. So this at least these are going to be kind of varied because I'm recording this on my iPad right now. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I am currently hooked in through a USB-C mic. Um, at home, I have a much better setup, but I'm not at home right now. So yeah, I guess my success with this has been varied. um like I won three in a row a couple days ago. I won my first, or I got second in a 64, which was my best finish by far. Um but as you could see, I also have a stretch of a lot of losses. I did have a stretch which isn't shown on here where I won like six of seven, like right before this. So like I feel like I at least have figured out my own strategy, or at least what I try to do. And maybe that will come through as we do this. So looking at this, I do like to get into the 2K 16 team tournaments. I like the 32 team tournaments. It really depends on how much time I have. Like I'm going to be busy the rest of this morning. So I'm going to, I guess, jump into a 32 team. I also like to do the best of seven. I'm not a big fan of the round robin. There is uh, a 10K there. That's almost full. And I will admit I am tempted by that. But I also, what the hell? We'll do it. So the way I was thinking of this format would be I would do the draft, and then the next video, give the results, show how my team stacked up, and then do the next draft. So that way I can get these out in like a timely fashion, but also results can be given, uh, you know, and just to see how things are going. So we're jumping in the draft again. This is with um OOTP Go, which I've been beta for this and for Out of the Park for over a decade now. So I had been a little, a little more detached as we bought a house and had a new job and stuff. So like I'm still really getting back into this. I did play Perfect Team a bunch back in like 18 and 20. So anyway, let's just get here. First round. I mean, I won't go over the names too much. I mean, the ones that really stick out at the moment, Messersmith, Franco, Bancroft. I mean, we could just look at these really quick. I mean, Beltray. Obviously, Beltray is an incredible two-way player. He doesn't run, which when you're this good at hitting and fielding, it's not really something to really worry about. But I definitely like my teams to run, so that's a strike. Where if I get somebody who can run, I'll take that over somebody like Beltray any day. Messersmith, I mean, he ticks off everything. He doesn't hold runners well, but honestly, it doesn't really matter to me that much. He does everything well, so he's definitely. It's Daryl Kyle. I apologize. I'm still waking up. So Kyle is in the conversation. Bancroft, again, unbelievable defense, but that's really what you're drafting him for more than anything else. Like his hitting's good, it's not great. Also, when I'm on my laptop, I'm on a 20 to 80 scale. I don't know why it doesn't take here, but sorry, Slaughter. Slaughter again, like Beltray, just trading for outfield. Messersmith is pretty ridiculous. Um, though to be honest, Kyle's got I mean, Messersmith has 4 pitches, but Kyle has like his the quality of his pitches are better because 54 slider isn't great. And then there's Franco. And Franco, I mean, he is 5 tool in this regard. The fact that he could play both third and short is a really big deal to me. He runs well, not great, but he runs well enough. So Wander Franco is going to be my first round pick here. Um, if Jackie Robinson, Oscar Charleston, or Satchel Paige are in the first round, it's going to be next to impossible to not take them. I feel like those are the 3 best cards in the game, and I can't not take them. All right, second round. I got Seabold, Heath Bell, Baerga, Nagy, BJ Ryan, Larry Doyle. So stock Seabold again. Really good. Like this is a player that I would consider. The only issue is his outfield arm. If you're putting him in right field, I mean, the arm is something to be wary of. That's something where center field. I mean, not that I want a bad arm in center field, but I mean it's better than right field to me. Bell looks good, but not good enough to take in a second round at this stage. Baerga, if I really want to solidify the infield, Baerga is a great pick. Nagy, again, really good. The pull about him is he is an extreme ground ball specialist, which helps negate the changeup and the fork ball and makes him an attractive candidate here. BJ Ryan, I do like taking top flight relievers in this stage. Like it's if it's there and really, I mean, there has to be something that doesn't wow me about others, but I do like BJ Ryan. The fact that he's a lefty, also a big deal. And then Laughing Larry, doesn't play defense at all. Like you're looking at him as like a DH. If he's if he's like the best option, like you're looking at like the singular talent. And if he were like, if everything else, like for instance, like with Heath Bell, like, I'm not really on board with him, but like I take Viagra over Doyle because you get the defensive benefit as well. I would take Ryan over Doyle. I would take Nagy over Doyle, but I'm going to take Seabold, which I want to try and get at least one pitcher here. But again, like Seabold is the best value there. All right, let's see. Third round, as I need to start picking this up a little bit. Snodgrass is good. The problem with Snodgrass is his defense is not great. It's not terrible, but I mean, I feel like he is penalized for the Snodgrass muff. But right now, like he's my leading candidate. Matlick, I do like Matlick. That might take over Snodgrass, given that I will want probably be putting Seabold in center, and I need a starter, and Matlick is a lefty. Vasquez, I mean, you can get away with the ground ball, like with a ground ball pitcher, stuff like that slider and the cutter, but neutral, I think it's more difficult. Brandon Phillips really good, but I can get better later rounds. Ted Williams, again, really good, but doesn't run, doesn't play great defense, really one-dimensional there. So, and just looking at Will Smith. Will Smith is really good. He does not stack up to Snodgrass or Matlick. I'm going to take Matlick here. Snodgrass, I really do like, but Matlick needs to be the guy there. All right, round 4. We get into the 80s. I've only got one pitcher, so I really kind of need to focus on pitching, though there is Palmeiro, who is quite good for this round. Again, doesn't run. I like to have guys that run, which is why Uh, Dave Brain is a guy that I really do like here. He's not going to walk, but he's also not going to strike out that much. So, um, he could play third. He could play center a bit. His fielding's not great, but it's not going to kill you. Um, Kadore or Kador, another guy I do like here with a plus plus curve. Good control, like just a good solid pitcher with good stamina. I do go for 4-man rotations here, so I'm not tremendously concerned about racking up starters at this point. Because I feel like I could find a ground ball guy in the 70s that will help, at least I hope so. So I'm gonna take Brain and Kador here. Palmero is quite good, but I feel like Brain is overall a better player. I mean, the fact that he could play many different positions, even if they're not great, like he could play third and he could play center, which would mean I'd have to put Seabold in right field. But like the one thing you can't do with this is you can't compare in OOTP Go, which does kind of stink. But honestly, like Brain's defense is overall better when you consider that Palmero, he of a gifted gold glove, does commit errors. It just, you take Brain. You take Brain. I mean, the speed, the average defense is still better than Palmero's defense. So we're gonna go there. So I got 2 starters, 2 outfielders, and a right fielder. I should probably try and find an outfielder that could play good defense at this stage. This isn't the best round. I mean, Blitzel, that is a good pick up there. That might be something that I consider. Hudson is an extreme ground ball, which I do like that. Those are the 2 front runners. Dan Murphy is really, he is a good hitter. Surprisingly able to steal. His defense is okay, then more of a first baseman. And if I'm going to do that, I mean, Blitzel's just a better overall player than Murphy. So yeah, I guess it's got to be Hudson and Blitzel there. Like looking at Gallegos, really, he is really good. I try to stay away from fly ball pitchers, even with stuff like this, especially if I know I'm not going to have really good outfield, which it's looking kind of rough at this stage. So I'll just deal with that. Judy Johnson, I think, is probably an auto pickup here. I mean, because you can play Franco at shortstop. I do really like getting Negro League players. I feel like they're a little juiced. They're just so good. I really do like having them. Chris Davis, I mean, that's like good Chris Davis, and I'm not on board with that. Looking at Earl Hamilton, he's a guy I was unfamiliar with. Not bad. Neutral, good stamina, good overall stuff. That is a consideration. Northy, no. Pistano, yeah, probably, because he's got 4+ pitches. I value the stuff over the control, and I need to get a reliever at this stage. So yeah, Utley, I'm a Phillies fan and I love Utley, but this defense, I mean, granted, this was his rookie year. Oh, all right. I got 9 minutes left, so we're moving on. I'm taking Johnson Pistano. So what I need going forward, I need to find a catcher. Like this is where I start to frustrate with myself. Let's take a look at Osborne really quickly. Yeah, the control is not great. Fly ball pitcher. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Johnson Pistano. I need a catcher. I need more relievers. I definitely need to get more outfielders. So catcher at this stage, given the rest of my lineup, I want to look defensive specialist here, which means Derek Norris. I like you a bit. Not not my favorite. Buck Weaver will be a really good pick if I didn't have Franco and Johnson. Though looking at Johnson again, um, yeah, he really can't play anywhere else. Like he's got to be a third base unless I make him the DH, which is possible. I do need to get a DH, and I do like Weaver enough. Um, really, I'll be honest, it's a speed thing. So let's see. I'm not a big fan of Green. I take Weaver over Green. Demery, not great. Eric's, yeah, not bad. I mean, that's a consideration. Klaus or Kraus Jr., no. Gibson, no. Uh, nice. I mean, this isn't bad. He's really kind of average, but he is valuable in that he could play all three outfield positions. If I were already stacking the outfield, I would really consider taking him as a fourth outfielder. I will need to find one of those, but given that I'm still trying to get starters at this point, and I do need to get a um a DH, I've got to take Weaver and Norris. Because I feel like the longer I go with regards to Tim Raines isn't bad here. Just his range is not great. This is young Tim Raines. That's actually for consideration where I do need another starter, and I need that more than I need a DH at this stage. At Raines's speed does equal Weaver. So yeah, I've got to go Raines. I'm going to go Raines and Norris. At least that fills two starting spots. My team is looking okay so far. Not great. Looking at Dean as a pitcher. All right, that's a consideration. 3+ pitches, not bad. Brooks, really don't know him. A lot of good pitches. Okay, stamina for a reliever. I honestly don't look at stamina when it comes to relievers. I really don't. Jackie Jensen was a good player, not that great here. Bill White. Yeah, actually, I like him. I like the movement with the ground ball. I do like that. This may be a round where I take two pitchers. And I'm thinking that's going to be White. He's a lefty again. This is what, old Biggio at this stage, 2001, older Biggio. Yeah, I'm going to take White. And really, I got 5 minutes left, so we got to pick this up. Not round 9. I really do like Jolie Rodriguez. Extreme ground ball like that. That's pretty much an auto pickup for me. Roseboro, I wish he were in an earlier round. I do like getting him. Robertson, I really do like him. He might be my DH pick at this stage. He is a good player. Saltamachia, not bad. Like, I don't mind getting a second catcher this early, but I still need pitchers. And we do need outfielders and DH. It's going to be Robertson and Rodriguez. So I need to find a second baseman. I need to find a backup catcher. I need to fill out the staff. I need probably 2 more outfielders. And I need an infielder. I want to try and limit the pitchers that I get in the last round. I like to have a 12-man staff. So I am going to take Archer here because he can also play first base. I do like that. Backup catcher who can play somewhere else. I mean, that's found money to me. Matt Wise, I like him, but the fly ball hurts. I like his stuff. Merriweather, not bad. I don't like the movement. I feel like movement is probably the most important, especially with guys who have lesser stuff. So 4 minutes. This is what's Holt bring to the table. What's he doing? He could play spots. He can hit. He can't run. Good Lord, he's an anchor. Ganley. Again, I'm really like the Blues. I could play left field. I'm loaded on left fielders, but he can run. And I'm not a big fan of anybody else in this round. I mean, Baruki's okay. Another lefty. decent stuff. I might talk myself into that though. I gotta hustle. Yeah, I'm gonna talk myself into that. I'm gonna take rookie over gambling. Okay, round 11. I guess I'm on pace here, but I actually ran out of time last night in my last round. Melanson is definitely a pickup here. He's just a great ground ball pitcher. Good stuff. Just good solid ratings, especially in the 60s. I'm a fan. Kionis, I've not seen him, and I don't need to see him more. Bernard, not bad, mediocre defense, but he can run. Derek May, okay, nah. Anderson, the movement, I can't with that. I already have two catchers, so Hayward's not really going to be a thing. That I just picked on Gill. Brian Hunter, no. All right. So it's Melanson and Bernard. I guess me an outfielder who can run. Just just in case I run into issues here in round 12. Jimenez. Yeah, I mean, not great hitter, but a good backup middle infielder, can run. What am I at? 2 minutes here. Urea. Again, everything's good. Ground ball pitcher. The control's not great, but I'm on board with that. What's Dexter bring? The hitting's not, like, the contact's not there. I can't really go with the contact. What's Diaz bring? Two pitcher, back control, is a ground ball guy. Tilly Schaefer, good, really good running. But Jimenez can run. He hits a little bit better. His defense is better. I'll stick with that. Quinn, I love Roman Quinn as a speedster, but he really doesn't do anything else. Yeah, I'll take Urea and I'll take Jimenez. All right, last round. I need to get one or two pitchers. I don't really need to like shoehorn it here. I got a minute. I do need to get an outfielder. O'Donohue is probably a pickup. He's not great, but there are worse picks. Rivera, again, it's not a great fit with the movement. Yeah, Spratt can play. He could play outfield too. So Spratt's going to be a guy. Givens is going to be a guy just on the stuff alone. The rest of this is kind of poop. No. Mankowski, I probably have to take sight unseen. Again, not great, but I got 35 seconds. And I don't want to get screwed. So I'm going to take O'Donohue as my other pitcher. I'll take Mankowski. I mean, this is really like the back end guys, so it doesn't matter that much. I guess Lobaton is a good defensive catcher, and probably better than anything else at this stage. And I don't want to get a 13th pitcher, so I'm just going to take Lobaton. I guess I don't really have any other choices if I want to do that. They really load up on pitchers this round. Okay. So now I can manage the roster, which is really minutia. I might have already just submitted the team, but that's nope. Okay. So rotation, I'm going 4-man. You can do a 3-man and go. You can't do that in I mean, I guess you could do that in the game, though. I think you have to hard put it in. Like here, you can do it as a thing, but I'm not doing that here. So as a coach rotation, yeah, that's pretty much what I expected. So the bullpen now, because I added the other pitcher, I do have 4 lefties in the bullpen, which is quite nice. I'm on board with that. So again, my rotation, Matlack, Kador, Hudson, and Rayleigh. It's not bad. Honestly, I don't remember what Rayleigh looks like. 76, was he a ground ball guy? No, he's neutral, but he's got a lot of pitches and good stuff. Okay, I'm down with that. Looking at the lineups, the one thing I don't like about the way this screen is structured is, you can look at this, but I can't see the speed or anything. Range leading off is fine. Habitzel is fine, good contact. like Franco might be somebody that I would want to put there, but Bitzel can run. So I guess I'm really not going to worry about that. That's not bad. But going switch hitter, lefty switch hitter at the top of the lineup is great. That's fantastic. Having Judy Johnson at the bottom of the lineup is pretty good as well. Uh, Bernard in center field, I I mean, but then again, like Brain is playing second. Like I with Johnson at third, yeah. Franco at shortstop, yeah. Um Robertson, okay. Yes, a DH. Yep. I mean, this is just the problems you could run into based on your choices. Uh where Bernard ends up your center fielder, which is not great. I did think I was going to put Seabold out there, but he's better, I guess, like technically in right field, though the arm does suck. I'm not a fan of the arm, but um, I mean, overall, it's not bad. I only have 160s or less in the starting lineup, and he's hitting eighth, and he provides decent defense. So, okay. Now, the tournament just was ready, so I'm just finishing up the strategy. Um, the what I like about this is I have a team that can run. Um, and so I'm going to set my settings on stealing the bee higher. It probably, I'll probably turn my base running up a bit. And then on what Brain, Reigns, Sabitzel, Robertson, and Johnson. Johnson, yeah, I'll probably have the and Jimenez. I will. I do like when I can go all the way up. I'm not going to do that here because I don't have like a team of full speedsters. Um, but I'm on board with that. My bullpen is I honestly forget. My bullpen, it's okay. Um, I think they can do the job. They're not they're not bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. So in terms of pitching, um, I might be a little slow to hook the starters. And because I have four lefties in the pen, I will favor the matchups. I can get around that. So, all right. Player strategy quickly. Um, Now, of course, this is where not having the ratings really does hurt because I would like to be able to see which guys are fast because honestly, I don't really remember. I know it's all I know it's Brain and Johnson, and I believe Franco. Um, Actually, I'm going to turn his running down a bit just because I know he's not like fast. That's all I can run like crazy and will. I usually lead tournaments in stolen bases pretty much every time. Um, oh, yeah, I can just click on the roster thing. That's right. Oh, no, I can't. That was my bad. Um, so, yeah, Reigns. I guess I'm not having Franco run like crazy. So, Reigns, Robertson, Johnson, and Bernard and Jimenez. Okay, so this is like the minutia part, and I do apologize for that. But hopefully this team is decent. Um, I think you need a lot of luck to win in the 64 round because um, I mean the one where I finished second, I had a run differential of 4. I scored the most runs in the tournament at 173. and I gave up the most at 169. We can look at that potentially. Did I do? I did Johnson. I did Jimenez. No, I didn't do Jimenez. So I'll do Jimenez, and then I'll submit, and then we can go look at that team really quick. Submitted. I hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody, but I might be. Yeah, Seabold's not a guy that you're going to have running. Yeah. Okay. I think I have everybody. So it is submitted. It is done. I guess I could have Sprat too, but he doesn't play a whole lot. Well, whatever. I'll just do it. This is stuff I would potentially cut out in future videos, but I'm just putting this up. So we'll just submit one more time. And then we'll go look at that 64 quickly. As it's out, it's done. I won't look at it again until much later. So the team where I finished second, again, like I really like looking at the roster rankings. Go doesn't show that, at least I haven't found it, which is an issue. I'm not as big a fan of this as a result, but I know you can only get so much stuff on one screen. But we did not have a particularly great team as the graphics are loading, which for 63 teams takes a while. That's really good. And this is one where, I have the iPad Pro, the 12.9, but I don't have the one with the 5G. Now, I don't know if they would even make it faster. Like I'm on Wi-Fi right now. Whatever. Anyway, I don't remember who was on this team. I just remember when I drafted it, I did say I liked it. I thought it could do well, but there's so much variance in tournament structure, and then on top of it, there's 64 teams. I believe all but 2 of my series went 7 games. Yeah, my second round and my final round, I lost in 6. So, but everything else, as you can see here, everything else was, my third round, I won in 2 games. But this team was not good. And I lost to a Pennsylvania team, which I'm from Pennsylvania. So my team, I am the Down City Athletic Rays. I do live in Rhode Island now. And so Providence is where I post up. I'm actually coming from Providence now. I'm at work. So my roster, I just go the overalls. Like this was a one where I had Oscar Charleston, then I took Yates, and I got Freddie Garcia. Freddie Garcia really played well in this tournament. He did really well. I really like having Diaz. Like having Yates and Diaz at the back end of the bullpen was really good for this team, especially because the starters really, outside of Garcia, the starters did not play well. You'll see in a moment. But like Three Finger Brown was terrible. Corbett Carroll, really underrated player. Even like at an 87, like he just does everything. He does everything except hit home runs. Here he only had 42. He had 14 stolen bases. He was actually a negative WAR player. He's on my perfect draft team, which is always a no money spent team. But my team didn't hit well. Even though we scored so many runs, we did not hit well. We were not a good team. We just weren't. It's really hard to put that out there. You look at this. We were first in runs scored, but we were 45th in average. We were second in home runs. We were first in stolen bases. We were first in stolen bases by 52. The next highest team, the team who won the thing, had 62. And we were by far the 2 top teams in stolen bases. We were also 12th in base running. So we were aggressive on the bases. We got extra bases, which really helped when we're 45th in on base, 37th in OPS. Our pitching, we did strike out a lot of guys. Our FIP was mediocre. Our bullpen ERA was great. And that was the biggest thing. Our errors, we had the most errors, but our zone rating was seventh, which our efficiency was middle of the road. So like we won on the strength of our bullpen and our base running, essentially. Um, so again, like not a great not a great team. Like there's our lineup stats like Nico Horner hitting 146, uh Miguel Maya 226, like this Ung Lao guy who I like him. He's not like great by any stretch, but getting him with that speed in the later rounds, like he's not somebody I wanted to rely on more, but I kind of had to. Um, like Hal Chase was fine. He actually like hit 7 homers, which was kind of ridiculous. Didn't expect that. Um, I really wish like John Beckwith, who I love John Beckwith. He's like just so good to me. Doesn't hit homers, but other than that, he does everything, plays multiple spots. He did not hit great. Like nobody on this team hit great outside of Oscar Charleston, only player with an on base over 400. But we had the luck on our side, I guess. Like our starters were god awful. They just were terrible. And it just, I don't really know what to say to that other than we got really lucky. Where's the bullpen? Where's the bullpen? Because Yates and Diaz, Brooks Raley was really good. He's a guy, again, I do like him a lot. Corbin sucked, but everybody else was lights out. Davenport wasn't good, but everyone else was quite good. So, again, there was a lot of luck and variance in that. Absolutely. Just absolutely. Like, and this 6,500 team, like they were the best by far. They crushed it. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna end it there. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll try and make it more interesting in the future. You know, um, it's kind of a straightforward thing, but I hope you liked it, and I'll do another one later. All right, take care.